Okay, see Lindelof videos, AP Calculus AB, finding the derivative of logarithmic, exponential, and transcendental functions. Wow, that's awful. Somebody just turned the video off. They're like, this guy's stupid. It's all right. I don't care. Right? Look at this for a second. Remember here, we're going to use the properties of logarithms. Right? Before we start doing our calculus, we're going to do some intermediate algebra here. And all I'm saying to you is that we can rewrite this as f of x is equal to ln of x minus ln of x squared plus 1. Now, the thing that we've been talking about, the rules for derivatives of ln functions, right? The first derivative of ln of x is 1 over x, right, Danny? But the derivative of ln of f of x is 1 over f of x times f prime at x, right? So hopefully you can see in the top example, it doesn't look great as far as trying to differentiate. What mistake might you make? You might look at this and say, I'll use what rule? You might try quotient rule here. It's going to get to be a mess. It's going to get to be a mess really quickly. So please be thinking when you're taking that AP exam about how you can simplify this to make it better. And to take the derivative here, after we get to this part, once we get to this line right here, Billy, it should get a lot easier, right? Because we know we're just going to use sum and difference rule here. The first derivative of ln of x is just 1 over x. This negative sign is this one, right? Minus 1 over x squared plus 1 times the derivative of the inside, right? Which is 2x. All good? And I think I did. I actually had to clean this up. This actually sucks. I hate this. I really do. I hate this. But I just know that on the multiple choice part of the exam, they're not going to give you your answer back this way. So you're thinking, oh, I'll just put the 2x up here. Everybody okay with how I got the 2x up there? They are not going to let you get away with that. They're going to make you clean this. They're going to make you add these two fractions together. So my new common denominator is going to be x times x squared plus 1. Can everybody see that? So this 1 right here, this whole side here is going to get multiplied by x squared plus 1, which gives me x squared plus 1. Yes? This negative sign is this one, but we're going to have to multiply this whole side by x over x, aren't we? Can you see that? If I go that? So if we multiply this thing, this negative 2x times x, we'll get negative 2x squared, won't we? Which will give us, and of course, Joel, they're going to hide the negative sign inside the math the best that they can. They're not going to have the lead coefficient, Billy, be negative. So what they're going to do is they're going to leave this 1 out here. 1. X squared minus 2x squared? Minus x squared. You see how the x squared got, the variable got moved in. And I'm just saying to you, as clean algebra, that's what they're going to be doing on this exam. And here you're going to have x times x squared plus 1. Do you see it? So you're going to do this great work, and I'm really happy about that. You're going to get this great work. You're going to get all your calculus done, and that will take you right to here. But then when you get this calculus done, you've got to get to this clean algebra. Because I think you're most likely to see a problem like this on the multiple choice, and you got to get those questions. All right? Let's look at the next one. This one's kind of weird, isn't it? This one's kind of weird, right? What rule is this? Right, see what the rule is this? This is a chain rule problem. This is a chain rule problem. I don't even know where I got this problem. I don't even know where this problem came from. But let's do it anyway, right? So take the derivative of the outside. So I'm just going to look at this as a derivative of the outside. The derivative of the outside is, the outside function is this, right? So the derivative is y is equal to 1 over ln of x squared. The derivative of the inside, which is
1 over x squared
times 1 over x squared times 2x. Hold on a second. That's very pretty, isn't it? Did I do that right?
Yeah.
That gives us 1 over ln x squared times 2x over x squared. Gives us 2 over x, doesn't it? Oh, there it is. All right, I see it. Okay. So we get 2 over ln x squared. See this x right here? This
Yep.
right? This thing simplifies, right? This x cancels, right? So this is that x right there. Everybody good with that? I explained that horribly, but everybody okay with that?
Yeah. So you can't.
So let me ask you this question. Here's my question, because this is where they're going to get us on the multiple choice exam. Look at this. They're going to ask us. They're going to present us some variation of this as the answer. It's going to be wrong. I promise you, they're going to get us here, because the answer to this is 1 over x ln of x. What the hell? How is that possible? Good for you. Right? They rolled back this 2. This, right? They're using properties of logarithms, and they rolled back this 2 to here. So it ended up here. We ended up with 2x. Well, 2 over 2x is just x. Everybody see that? Wow, I'm impressed. Good job. So here's the next one really quickly. This one is what? This is really easy. You just have to see your way through this a little bit. What rule is this?
Quotient.
This is quotient rule. Good job, quotient rule. So I'm just going to set that up and say that g prime at t is equal to what? Say that again. Actually, you know what? I wrote this wrong. It's okay. I wrote this wrong. It should be t squared. Because if I had, we would have had a different situation happening here. Sorry about that. So you can rewrite that problem. Sorry. So quotient rule says we take g of t, so t squared, times, good, 1 over t, minus, right, ln of t times 2t all over t to the 4th, right? Because remember, the quotient rule says that we square the bottom piece. Taking a look at this, we get t squared over t minus 2t ln of t over t to the 4th. This answer doesn't... Oh, this shouldn't be 2 over t. Should be 2t. Sorry, you guys. 2t, right? But look at this. That's not the answer that's going to show up. That's beautiful calculus. That's really good work. That's not the answer that's going to show up, because t squared over t is just t. Look at this for a second, you guys. Because this t to the 4th is going to go to t to the 3rd. What's happening here? Factor out the t. Well, you can do that, but you don't need to. I wouldn't You can partition this out, Joel. It is a partitionable rational, but I wouldn't do it that way. I would just factor out a t. So t times 1 minus 2, right? ln of t all over t to the 4th. Well, t to the 1st over t to the 4th is t to the 3rd at the bottom, isn't it? And this, I think, is a much more probable answer that you'll see. You have time on the multiple choice test to do this. So it's not like you don't have time to do it. You just have to have clean algebra.